I'm making barbecue tofu this morning, and I wanted to do some shots of how to get it done because the recipe is kind of involved. But if you're willing to try, it's worth it if you like tofu or if you are vegetarian or something. So I have tofu frying. I just took a block of tofu and kind of cut it into a few strips lengthwise and then just divided that in half. So you kind of get these long spears. Probably think like a McRib or something. And then it's frying in margarine. I know margarine's kind of controversial because of the trans fats, which I understand. I only use margarine for this recipe, but the way it was explained to me when I got the recipe, which I'll write extensively about in the post, is the water content of margarine kind of actually makes the tofu seal up like you want it. You can also use ghee if that's probably definitely a healthier alternative, which is clarified butter. So this is step one. It's kind of a multi-step process, so I'll film again in a minute and we'll make some barbecue tofu. Here is the browned tofu. And so you can see, you just kind of want to get it with a little bit of a browned skin on it. I'm trying to hold the camera. I can't be my own camera person. So once you get the tofu kind of browned, you drain it. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it back into the skillet with barbecue sauce. And I'll go ahead, here maybe I can film as I do that. So what I did is I dumped all the oil out of turn the heat on. You put it back, I dumped all the margarine out of the pot, so it's essentially like a dry skillet now. But I didn't clean it, I just kind of dumped it and wiped it with a paper towel. And then you put the tofu back in, and here's where you add barbecue sauce, which I actually don't have. Here, I'll get it out of the... You put the barbecue sauce in, and what you want to do is reduce the moisture of the barbecue sauce. So you kind of let it simmer until the barbecue sauce is clinging to the tofu really well, and that's when you put it on the grill, because the barbecue sauce has some sugar in it, and the sugar of the barbecue sauce is what will give you your hash marks on the tofu. Theoretically, at least. This is also when you add some more flavor, because tofu is super bland, and probably people that don't like tofu, one of the mistakes they make is just that it, they kind of eat it plain and it's super bland. So with the barbecue sauce, you want to add some salt and then some garlic powder, and you're pretty generous with it, honestly. I don't have the amounts exactly, but I'd say it's back, no touch. It's very hot, man. Probably an 1/8 to a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder for 1 pound of tofu, and probably almost a teaspoon of salt, maybe a ½ teaspoon. I usually eyeball everything. So this is kind of this step. And I'm just gonna let it reduce so that the barbecue sauce gets thick and clings to the tofu really well. And then we'll put it on this grill, which I have heating. You can also use a barbecue grill outside. All right, here's the tofu grilling on the grill. So as you can see, the barbecue sauce is really clinging to it. And like I said, that's the sugar of the barbecue sauce that kind of gives you the little grill marks. You can see that one here. I'll turn a couple over. And the final step is taking it off the grill and putting it back in the skillet. And you'll see it has those great grill marks on it. And then you just want to coat it with a little more barbecue sauce and stir it and taste it for seasoning and make sure that your salt and garlic and everything are good. And then you're all done. That's it.